Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just click the link in the show description to support now.
Welcome to Super Chevy Podcast. This is episode Garbage, and we're back after Valentine's Day. We're here before Valentine's Day. No, it's after Valentine's Day. And that's how
we didn't have an
works.
episode. We didn't have an episode because it was Valentine's Day.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, we're back, and a lot of shit happened after Valentine's Day, so it's probably not that bad, but. And before Valentine's Day, but
there's stuff before, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few things. What happened before? Yeah, because the state of play.
State of play was before.
Yeah, so stupid things happened after that, but before that was the state of play. But I've actually been playing a lot of games. I'm playing one right now.
What's
I was gonna turn off Eugenics, but Shavar told me to leave it on. But,
so what is this about?
So,
you mentioned this last time. The Nazi cats. Give us more information.
It's not Nazi cats. It's
okay. So
it's
okay.
Right. So
the game's not as cool.
Right now. I'm in the
not as cool as I thought it was.
Battle. No, it's not as cool as I thought it was. If that's what you were looking for. Yeah. So it's a tactical game right now. I'm playing with. Shavar's watching me play. I got 4 of my cats. They're kind of stupid. They're probably inbred. I haven't unlocked the cat tree yet. But long story short, you're a crazy cat lady or person, I guess. I don't know. They refer to you as a lady a few times, and you own a house, and you start the start the game out with 4 cats. You go on an adventure, come back with stuff you find, and then you kind of breed more cats, try to venture further out. Right? There's some weird characters along the way. It's very gruesome because you kind of can't get too attached to the cats because you gotta sacrifice them, or you gotta get used to the fact that like they're probably gonna die, and you gotta like take them to other places. But yeah, a lot of weird breeding stuff. A lot of
Well, tell the people what kind of game it is.
Oh man, it's a roguelike, but it's like a tactical RPG where they took that part of Fire Emblem everybody likes, where you smack the 2 action figures together and make them have a baby. They take that, but that's like most of the game. So you're breeding cats by leaving them in the house overnight. They'll make more cats, or they might kill each other, or they might try to have gay sex, and then the cats don't really do anything because the other one is like, what are you trying to do? And you can donate them to a neighbor who wants all your dead cats. There's another neighbor who wants all your cats that have had a long journey. There's somebody else who wants all your injured cats. But after you take the cats out on your roguelike, like, because that's what the roguelike part is, every time you go out, you go on a new like tactical adventure or whatever. You come back with the new cats. I mean, the cats like fully upgraded. They have new stats. They have like new abilities, and you can use that to breed more, cats. Every time before you go out on an adventure, the cats, you pick a different like class. So they have healers, they have fighters, they have. I think this guy's a like a ranger. This guy's a tank. This guy's a healer. This guy's a fighter. And there's also like a thief. There's a thief class as well. There's more classes you unlock as you go. They're like combo classes, like mage fighters and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of tough. So your goal is to get through the campaign, but also get your cats back home so that you can like breed them and continue to have more cats. Because you can lose all your cats too. All your cats can die, and you just have to start over. Because every day a stray shows up, and you can use the strays to have more cats, and then boom, you're back in business. So the goal is to get through the campaign, right? I'm not even through with Act 1. This game is really long. Like, it's a really long game. It's not short by any means. But I'm kind of feeling that out still. I'm like in the first, I think I played like maybe 7-8 hours at this point. But
so it's XCOM with cats.
Yeah, basically XCOM with cats.
Well, the very
way more
simplified.
Cats. Yeah, like Shavar's watching right now. They're pretty fucked up looking, but yeah, kind of malformed, stupid cats, and they're really. I saw
funny. If you try cheating the game.
Yeah, the game doesn't really warn you about that. So what Shavar's talking about is there's a feature where if you quit in the middle of a battle, like I did it before because I actually did click on the wrong thing and I didn't like what happened. Um, but long story short, you can quit the game in the middle of a turn and then it'll basically restart the battle when you come back. But then his like one of Edmund McMillan's characters from I think this is a game called like Time Fuck or something. Let me see. Um, yeah, Steven from Time Fuck comes and says like, "Hey, don't do that." Because that's like save scumming basically. I haven't gotten to the point where he actually does something if you save scum too much. I think he literally does like
He
I think he
permanently reduces a stat.
yeah, he permanently reduces his stat and sometimes he'll like take over your game and start playing for you. From what some people have said. So yeah, a lot of kooky shit like that. But it's from the guy who made Isaac. So there's a lot of Isaac stuff in here, a lot of references, a lot of items from that game too that are relevant to the meta or whatever. But no, it's addictive because the gameplay is really good. Um, the gameplay is really good. The cat aspect is really fun because you can like try to breed certain cats to get certain things, but it's also like chaotic because like if I finish this campaign, which I probably won't, well, that's one thing I will say. The runs in this game are long. The runs don't take like 10 to 15 minutes like Slay the Spire or something, right? These runs can take like 30 minutes, like which I think is a lot. Like I feel like if that's not, your thing, I totally get it. Because that is like long. But yeah, that's like my only like if I had a complaint, it's that there's this game long as shit. So that's the only thing. But yeah, roguelike tactical RPG, cat breeding
Eugenics.
stuff, lots of old school like Newgrounds humor, Newgrounds looking art too. I mean, that's where Edmund McMillan like kind of got his start too, with Super Meat Boy and all that stuff. But yeah, really really good stuff. I'm having a blast. It's only like $25 or something like that. I honestly didn't remember how much it cost till I just said it. So yeah, really really solid game, really fun game. Um, it was in the making for
Okay.
like 14 years or something stupid like that. Like something
Well, it seems to have paid
absolutely
off.
like ridiculous.
A lot of people like it. I mean, I would have tried it, but I don't really want to play on PC these days. So I'll try when
Well,
I
I
go
mean,
somewhere else.
it's all you use is a mouse. So I honestly think it would be more annoying to play it on console because you really
True,
literally all you use is a mouse. Like
true.
you
But
just click around and play.
if you gave me the option to play XCOM on my console or my computer, like I'd probably say, oh, it's
It's
easy on the
not.
computer, but I'd probably play it on
I think it's a
controller.
little disingenuous to say XCOM because it's not. I don't know how to describe it, but like, hmm. I'm sorry, I'm about to beat the shit out of this dude. I'm about to do this faster than I've ever done it.
Well, I'm
Get
glad
the
you're
fuck out
enjoying
of here.
your game. I'm glad
Yeah,
you're enjoying your
I'm
game.
gonna stop after this round. But yeah, no,
You know,
it's really solid. I do recommend picking it up. It doesn't. Shavar's watching right now. It does not require a strong PC at all. It is not like a crazy looking game. They did say they're coming up with console versions. And Shavar, you can wait, but they did say they're trying to get it on console. Switch will probably be first though, which I do think makes sense. Um, but I will say it's not as complex as XCOM. Like in the background, I'm sure it is. Like as far as like how the stats and stuff work, but like you know, there's not. It's like way simplified XCOM. I'll put it like that. It's like much more simplified
all right.
XCOM.
Well, how's I wouldn't know. Since last time we thought, man, you had a straight. You played some Resident Evil, man, and have you
Yeah.
touched that since then, man? You scared? This guy's scared, man. This guy's
No,
scared.
no. Okay, so I'll explain. Me and Shavar need to get back to our stream of Resident Evil 2 because I started that couple weeks ago. Ahead of RE9, even though I was kind of laughing because I'm not going to finish this before RE9 comes out. And by the way, if you're listening to this, all of RE9 leaked. So, um, yeah, don't look online. Just don't go online. Just don't look at anything. Don't go online. Don't worry about that. Um, just chill. Just chill. But yeah, I played Resident Evil 2 on my own stream. It was really fun. I never played Resident Evil 2, the old one or the new one. And I'm not gonna lie, very solid. it reminds me like, oh, that's why I actually like Dead Space and stuff like that. That's why I like all these other games. It's based on like Resident Evil, right? And I'm sure Resident Evil 2 took notes from Dead Space because it's after, Resident Evil 2 remake is after, like years after the original Dead Space and stuff like that, right? And it's behind the back, it's third person, all that stuff, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, no, really liked it. I did get really scared. I do want to go back though because I've been thinking about it a lot. I just haven't been able to play because it's either, got to help the wife with something, or it's, Valentine's Day or a dumb work schedule, which is what's going to happen again this week. So, yeah, it's just been a little bit difficult getting back to it, but I do want to get back to it. I think I can beat it in like probably a few sessions. I don't think it'll take me that long, but Resident Evil 2 is sick. It's really good. This is the remake that came out at this point, what, it's like 5-6 years ago, something like that.
Like 7.
But, yeah. And it holds up. Like it's really good. Like it's really solid. So I'm looking forward to playing that some more. Leon, the one thing I will say about all the remakes and stuff is that almost like Lara Croft we were talking about one time. They don't know what to do with Leon's face. He has a different face in every game. And until 9 and the most recent 4, they didn't know what face to give him. And then now they finally like settled on, okay, we're gonna keep him with the same face, because even RE4 remake to RE2 to RE4 remake, that's not the same face. They actually use 2 different face models. So I don't know what the point of that was. And they look similar, but like it's not the same face.
To me, it doesn't matter. I mean, I get that now the games have higher fidelity and all that stuff, but it's like the games are so separate. It doesn't matter too much. Like even though the games are so separate and fall far apart, it doesn't matter too much. Like for example, like the new Resident Evils and the remakes. I mean, I guess people are assuming they're in the same world. It's kind of a new continuity and all that junk. But I mean,
that's what's been told to us. So
yeah, but it's still kind of an assumption because the games haven't met yet. I mean, you've only got up to 3. You've got up to 4, right? And you've got.
They have to make 5 and 6. This is the last.
4 is the latest remake, and then you've got 5 and 6 to go to really see how much it connects to 7. But I mean, to me, if the faces aren't the same, it's okay. I mean, it's like 20 years, 30 years difference. It's fine. It's okay. He's got the hair, he got the jackets, he's got the it's alright. It's fine. I think we'll survive. Yeah. But gotta get back to playing that. All right. Dude,
I gotta get back to playing that. I will probably stream. If you're listening to this, it'll probably happen this week. I probably will stream it again. I'm gonna try to stream it at night. I actually have a better desk set up now, so that the PlayStation can sit on it comfortably without me thinking it's gonna fall off my desk, because we got my wife a new desk, so now I just added her desk to mine. So now my desk is like twice the size. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Oh.
But, her desk is like triple the size of mine now, but now my desk is bigger. No, but I have been thinking about that. I've been like itching to play Resident Evil 2. It's been like on my mind a lot. It's really good. Besides that, I played a lot of Stardew Valley, both by myself and with my wife. And co-op in that game is really fun. That game's really cool. There's a lot of cool shit you can do in there. That's all I gotta say. Otherwise, I could talk about it for like 3 hours. People already know it's a very popular game. It's been out for a long time, but you can basically do anything in that game. You can just sell beer if you want to. You can make wine. You can go to be a fisherman if you want to, just permanently. You can do whatever the fuck you want in that game. It's great. Still working my way through Ball Pit. I played the Pragmata demo. That's the other new thing I can talk about.
I didn't touch that.
So I played it on Switch just to see I played it on Switch and I played it on PlayStation just to see what the difference was, right? And obviously, like, the PlayStation version does look like it looks better, right? I have a base PS5, looks great, looks better than the Switch version. But I will say the Switch 2 version is not very far behind. Like, it's almost like if I didn't have access to the PS5 version, I wouldn't be mad, because the latency is about the same. Handheld mode looks great. It actually looks like pretty damn good. Looks almost like it does on the TV. The only thing I think it has a problem with is the same problem the PS4 had with the RE engine, where like everything else looks great, but the hair looks weird. Like the hair has a lot of anti-aliasing or like dithering or whatever. And like after like a couple minutes, you don't really notice, right? But like if you've been playing those types of games and you like used to how it's supposed to look, you're like, or games in that engine rather. But yeah, solid game. It seems to be like, I think like Vanquish, but like a lot. Think Vanquish, but a lot slower, right? In like that mid 2010s, early 2010s, late 2000s action game kind of a thing, because they start you out. It's like they give you a very short level. Like you get a few different fighting rooms, you get like one boss, and then the demo ends. So you start out in the basic room. They give you your basic weapon. You learn that you have to use. I think the girl's name Diana is the girl who is on your back. They explain this as you are this spaceman. You came to the moon to do some shit. You got screwed, and then you meet up with this little girl who's like lost on the moon, and then you're trying to like activate the power on the moon station so that you can contact Earth again, right? That's what's told to you in the demo. I'm sure the plot goes further than that, but they give you your basic weapon. They give you like these weird, they're like robot, like limping, like zombie things. From what I could tell from the lore, they're like basically like robo slaves that used to use to do all their tasks, and now they've like gone, mad and haywire and started killing people. So you use Diana to hack it, and the way the hacking minigame works is you aim at the person with like your gun, and then you use the face buttons to do the hacking, right? Because the hacking is like moving a square along a grid through different like gates, until you get to like this final gate that like hacks it and makes it that they are way more vulnerable to damage. You can shoot people without hacking them, or you can shoot the enemies without hacking them, but you don't do as much damage. Like you do nothing basically. So you have to hack them to like play the game, right? It gets more complicated because you add more enemies, then you add more weapons, then there are weapons that keep enemies in place, and then you have to find the enemy's weak point, a la Lost Planet, big yellow blinking thing. There's some like platforming. There's like a few different like there's a hidden chest around here, so try to like float this way or go up down this way. There's other puzzles for like doors, elevators. They kind of only give you a preview. You won't really understand how complex it is, I'm sure, until the full game, because some of the puzzles were just like you press one button, right? As far as like the hacking mini games. But it seems to be like this almost seems like a Capcom game that got stopped from coming out a long time ago or something like that. Because the gameplay is really solid, but it's like very simple. It's really simple. It's not trying to like give you a bunch of loot mechanics or anything like that. It's very much like, okay, go to this room, beat the enemy, in between find stuff, next room, in between find stuff, boss, et cetera, right?
So it's really not cool. Mega Man.
No, I don't know what that's about. I don't. So why did people think it was Mega Man?
Because one, they showed a trailer. Okay, what was this 7 years ago? They showed this trailer a while ago, maybe 4 or 5. It showed it a while ago. It's a long time. It's been a long time. The name doesn't make sense. Before they showed the trailer, they didn't have a name. It was just like the next Capcom project. You've got a guy with a gun or blaster, and there's a lot of spherical, round, smooth shapes. You've got a girl, and so people were saying this is like a reimagining of Mega Man. The girl is Doll, and the guy is Mega Man, and they go around shooting bad guys, these machinations, and they get parts and tools to improve themselves so they can go against the next big machination. And I don't know, people. That's just people.
Yeah, you just described God of War. You described God of War 2018. Yeah.
Yeah, but people thought it was Mega Man.
I kind of get where they're coming from. This game confuses shit out of me because it's changed a little bit since they first announced it. But I remember when they first announced this, I thought it was like a Death Stranding thing or something. I was like, oh, the baby.
It looked like Death Stranding.
I was so confused, and then it has nothing to do with that at all, right? No, but it's not Mega Man. It's its own thing. It's pretty solid. I like that Capcom is like putting out a new IP that is like a simple, fun thing. So
is it horror? Because if you're telling me I got a gun, but want to use this gun, it sounds very Fatal Framey or
it's not horror like the concept
Alan Wakey
itself. the concept itself is scary, right? Like you're stuck on this space station. It's just you and this little girl, and you don't know where the fuck she came from.
For a lot of people, that would not be scary. That would be ideal. Okay, a lot. You know the world we live in at the moment.
Okay, that's disgusting, and also a good. That's disgusting, and also a good segue. Don't try to visit the Reddits for this game. They're actually all on fire because what happened is that wow, that girl does not look the same as she did in the first trailer. Anyway. Which is good. So the Reddits are all on fire because somebody tried to make a Reddit for this game, right? When it first got announced, Pragmata Reddit. And people were posting, oh, I'm excited about this game. What could it be? Here's some fan art, et cetera, et cetera. Then people started getting weird. And then all the pedophiles and lollies showed up, right? So, or lolies, I don't know how you say it. I'm not familiar enough with pedophile culture to know, but they started sexualizing the small child in the game. And as a result, they split the Reddit up. So some people said they have a Pragmata SFW Reddit, which is supposed to be, don't come here and talk about little girls. Then there's another, the regular Pragmata Reddit is still there. It's just, the Wild Wild West. Then there's another Reddit that the pedophiles made specifically so that they can do their pedophile stuff. So there's like 3 Reddits now. And most of the Reddits that aren't the pedophiles, them going, oh my God, I hate you fucking pedophiles. I don't want to be a mod for this Reddit anymore. You guys keep trying to post nasty shit here. So
what did they post? Like fan fiction of the girl?
Yeah, fan
girl?
quote unquote art and talking about what they would do to the little girl. So yeah, it's disgusting, and it also is just like, well, that's Reddit for you, right? Or that's like the internet for you. You got to give them something normal, and then they're like, I want to be nasty about the probably like 5 to 6 year old girl that's in this game. So that's what's going on with Pragmata on Reddit. So I would recommend just playing the demo, seeing if you like the game, and then when the game comes out, just play the game and don't interact with anybody online about it. I will say, depending on how long this game is or how complex it gets, with games like Tokon coming out soon, saying that they're $60, and other games coming out like not full price, I think this should be the next game in line to not be full price. I think this game should be $60. I don't think this game should be 70.
Just off the demo, you feel that way?
Well, because I don't know how much more complex you can make that, right? Because there wasn't like a ton of like, maybe the demo wasn't a good slice or something like that, but like, this is the thing, Shavar, you know me. This is a game I would play over and over. I would probably play the shit out of this game, especially if it gets to the point where like, I'm swapping weapons every 3 seconds and I'm hacking and I'm doing like, it'll be really fun once you pick all that stuff up. But if it doesn't go much further than that, and this game's like 6 hours, I don't want to pay full price for that. So that's all I'm saying, right? We'll see how long the game is. If the game's long and the games get some complexity to it, absolutely. But I'm not gonna lie. We'll talk about Tokon later. But when I heard that was $60, my ears perked up. I said, "Oh, somebody actually knows what a game should cost these days. That's great." But yeah, Pragmata is cool. I recommend trying the demo. It is on Switch. It's on PlayStation. It's on Xbox. It's on PC. Demos everywhere. Maybe it might take you max like 30 minutes to get through it. But it'll give you a good idea if you want to play this or not. I want to play it. I'll probably buy it when it comes out. Not sure, if it immediately when it comes out, but I do want to play it. So yeah, good stuff. And I think that's all I played. I didn't get back to Yote yet. And, mostly playing Mugenics, a lot of Stardew Valley. Got back to Hollow Knight. I will get back to you on that when I get back to where I was before I stopped the game, because I tried to go back and play it, forgot everything, and then decided I should just start it over because I had no idea what was going on. So I'll get back to you on that soon. I want to play it so I can play Silk Song, so that's why I'm trying to beat it.
Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoyed those video games, my boy. That's good.
You played some, right?
Oh, me? I play Yote. Yote is a good game. It's a great game. It's not as I think like after the first game, Tsushima, right? I think Tsushima did like this really cool thing where it takes. I mean, of course, Assassin's Creed is done, but it really takes like a place and a time, and it puts you in a situation, and you go and you do this stuff, and the like the landscapes and the places you go and the way people interact with each other and the cutscenes is really cool. And Yote, I think, maybe is it's not like as nearly an emotionally charged thing or a philosophically it the so Tsushima is about honor versus action and like who you should be, like, or determining who you should be versus what needs to happen, or what like do the ends justify the means is basically the core of the first Ghost game, right? The second one isn't that. It's more akin to Last of Us 2, actually. But it's not nearly as complex as Last of Us 2. It's just more like how much revenge is enough revenge kind of thing. So story-wise, while not as impactful, I can see what they're doing, what they're going for. Gameplay, like I said, it's all around better. The weapons you get is just more fun. Your brain's working more. I think the landscape is done better. Like there's just more variety, cost running. So I'm having fun. I've gotten to what I assume is the last area.
Oh, nice.
I've killed
a lot.
Yeah, I've killed half of the 6. I've got new allies. I've got like a lot of my stuff is maxed out. I've finished all the shrines. I got all the onsen and got the charms or the costume for that, and I got all the onsen, all the wolves, all the foxes, all the this, that, and the other. So yeah, the game's good. I'm getting near the end, which kind of sucks. Like this is one of those games where you're like, oh yes, I've gotten this long journey, but then you're like, I kind of don't want to stop. So you start killing a little less. You start doing that, but it's good. I mean, all the bounties are like, they're all these little mini stories, like little episodes, and all the like little mini things you do around. They take your time, but then like in the last game, if you're walking around, you're going to run into a camp to kill, or poetry to write, or an onsen, or a thing like that. This game has a lot of that too, but it's just more worthwhile to do. Like some of the stuff is just it's just for the stat in the last game. Like you do the poem and like, okay, done, it's marked up. It's just to check the box. And in this one you can kind of do check boxes too, but you get stuff, you get more charms, you get more ways to make a build, and it's more build centric too. I feel like the way, so now the charms don't attach to the armor. Like you just wear certain you can wear charms, you wear armor, they don't attach to the armor, and the armors are way more specifically for stealth, for defense. They even have a bar to show you. But yeah, game's good. I beat the hardest boss in the game already. I know it for a fact. If you go into these games and you like playing them hard or something, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this quest and go fight Takezo. No, you're not. Okay, he's literally a Dark Souls boss in Ghost. He's a good Dark Souls boss in a Ghost game, in a Ghost of Yote game. He's a Dark Souls boss in a game that is generally not a Dark Souls game. So don't fight him. Don't do it. I beat him. I did it on hard or whatever. Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. You could try it on lethal, I guess. Lethal's like the maximum, but lethal's kind of lame because everyone dies easier and you die easier. It's cool, but you don't need to do that. So
they're like Dark Souls bosses. Like
there's one. No, that's the thing. There's one Dark Souls boss. Okay. There's one. Like not even. I'm not even. What's the hardest Dark Souls boss? There's like. No, this is like
I don't know. That's hard.
This is like a Bloodborne boss. This is like a Maria. Like this is like the thing is, you can't over level it or anything like that. It's just always going to be hard. It's an execution boss. You have to execute your fight very well to do it. I mean, you can play it on lower difficulty if you want, but I played on hard. it is the hardest thing to fight in the game ever. Like in both games combined, there's nothing.
And you said you start killing less. Why you say that? Why you start killing less? What's going on?
Guys, you know what's gonna. The more I kill, the closer I get to ending my kill streak. Yeah, there's not infinite men. Okay, there's only 60 Jote boys.
So. I guess so.
But I played that. It's fun.
It sounds good. Have you? It sounds like you've been able to play it more because you got the Portal. Is what it sounds like. Because I
don't play that on Portal. What I do play on the Portal is here's the thing, dog. Look, when you have the Portal in your hand, yeah, you can pick up Yote or something, go play it, and it works fine, looks great. But when you have like a screen like that in your hand, I want to feel like a kid, kind of. I want to feel like I'm in a hole. Like I want to be playing something that when I explain it to people, we have to sit down and talk about it. You know what I mean? I'm talking like I want to play Exit on my PlayStation Portal. I want to play Mega Man 20,004 on my Portal. So right now I'm playing Ultros. It's like a Metroidvania with a bunch of plants. It's plants, seeds. There's a lot of seeds, a lot of plants. It's a Metrovania, so there's a giant map, Castlevania style. You go around it. The Metroidvania part so far that I can tell is to unlock certain parts. You need plant seeds. You got to plant the seeds in certain places, and it unlocks different parts of the map. But depending on what plant you seed, it changes what happens. So like there's a plant that grows up like a really tall tree. Well, you can plant that and you jump on it and you can go up another level, and there's a plant that goes this way, and there's a plant that opens these things, and sometimes you only have one spot for a seed, so you gotta decide which way it's going to go. There's one place to save, so you always have to go back to the save if you want to save. It's like a true Metroidvania. So yeah, that's good though. That one's fun. That's what I'm playing right now. The Portal.
Okay, and what's it called again?
Ultros. ULTROS.
And that was free this month for PlayStation Plus. So
yeah, if you like Metroidvanias, where like games where you Metroid's not a Metroid. Is Metroid a Metroidvania? They are. Yeah, Castlevania and Metroid are the same game. That's why it's called.
Basically the same game.
Yeah,
basically.
Castlevania and Metroid are the same game. That's where the Metroidvanias, right? So, like, if you like Castlevania, you like Metroid, you like this game. You can't shoot. I don't think so. So your guy has a sword. You're not shooting, okay? So think more like Castlevania in that regard. But you can counter the things you fight. You're fighting plants and animals, and you gather their DNA. It's an interesting game. So you kill it. You say you kill your first enemy, right? It's gonna be. Well, I can't tell you what it is because even from the beginning of the game, it's immediately a Metroidvania map. Like you can go left or right or up, and it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. So I don't know what your first enemy is gonna be, but my first enemy, it was like a plant Venus flytrap with legs thing. When you kill them, so when you're fighting something, if you get hit, I think you ruin the DNA you get. So when you kill something, it leaves parts. You rip out its hearts or its organs and you eat it. If you killed it perfectly, so I think killing something perfectly means not getting hit and not hitting it too much, because you can counter animals and then do a counter, and that usually does like enough damage to kill it. If you do that, you pick up its organs and you can eat it. So eating it gives you health, but it also gives you different DNA traits, and this is how you level up in the game. The more DNA you have all these stats. So this thing's heart will give you +4 health and +4 intelligence and +2 magic, whatever the hell the stats are. And when you get those stats at certain levels, you unlock different skills and stuff. But if you kill the animal or whatever, and you're just beating it and you get hit too much, you'll get butchered meat, which doesn't give you anything except it heals you. So every time you're healing, you're basically improving your skills, your stats every time you heal. So you'll end up with a lot of organs, but you kind of don't want to be smashing them all because then you won't have any health. So if you upgrade yourself, you won't have any healing items. But if you hold all your healing items until you're hurt, you're gonna be not improving your character. So you have to balance a little bit. It's fun. It's a fun game. I'm not that far into it, but I'll let you know when I'm done with it.
Okay, that sounds good. I like a good Metroidvania, and that's why I'm playing Hollow Knight, and I beat Metroid Dread a couple months ago. I want to play that new. There's a new Castlevania coming out. We can talk about that in a second in news. But hey, I'm glad to see you're playing video games. That's really good. Yote sounds fun. I need to get back into that. It doesn't sound. Would you say it's long? Because it sounds like you're close to the end.
It's okay. So I beat the first one, and it took me 4 years, and then I did the New Game Plus immediately after, and I was putzing around. But you can beat the game Ghost of Tsushima, the first one, in 8 hours max. Like you can beat that game super. That's not a big open world game. I mean, the world is big. There's a lot of stuff to do and pick up, and stories to tell or whatever. But if you're going through the main story and doing the story beats, there is not very much to do. Like if you picked up the game and just played the first 2 or 3 hours just story missions, you'd be on the last island instantly. You know what I mean? And that to me, like that's not very long for an open world game, which is why there's so much stuff in it. This one has a lot more stuff happening in the story with all the different ghosts and how you have to upgrade certain weapons to certain points so you can get certain, you have to meet the masters, and you have to and so it pushes you along to do more stuff for like along the story. So I would say this one's longer. I don't know if the map's bigger, because the first game's maps are huge, but I don't know if this map's bigger, but it is. There's more to do in the maps to me.
Yeah. So. Okay. That's kind of what I got from when I played. Is that it doesn't seem to be bigger. There's just a lot more. Yeah. So okay. Well, that's good. I'm probably gonna try to get back to that soon. Glad to hear you're enjoying Yote. Glad to hear the Ultros is good. I was excited to see that be free this month because I was actually gonna buy it soon. So I was glad that was free for PlayStation Plus. All right, but we got a lot of news to read because PlayStation decided to actually do stuff this week.
All right, so there's a state of play. I thought it was a pretty good state of play. There were a lot of good-looking games. There were some things people were waiting for. So yeah, I think the state of play was pretty good. Was there anything in particular you want to talk about from there?
Right. So we'll run down the list. We don't have to talk about everything like super in depth, but they started with Kena, I think that was a PS5 launch game almost. It's getting a sequel.
I thought it was PS4.
No. Can't really say. No. If that was the case, the first game would be like 10 years old. Sure. Yeah, September 21st, 2021. PS5 game. It's also on PS4, but it came out around the time the PS5 came out. It shows how, jumbled this generation is that you thought that. But Kena, first game came out 2021. New game 2026, gonna be on PC as well. Kena Scars of Cosmora. Looks to be more of the same, but also with like a lot more like depth as far as like, combat and exploration and stuff like that. Made me want to play the first one. I've not touched the first one. So, the first one seemed like something I'd really like. I like action games like that. So play your action games like that. So that's fun. Ghost of Yote Legends. Finally, and well, it'd been announced. They announced this before the game came out, but Ghost of Yote Legends is finally coming out March 10th. I think they were waiting for people to get around to beating the game. So March 10th, the multiplayer mode will come out. So me and Shahar will probably get on that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
It's like the first game. Yeah,
that's one of the better parts of the first game. So,
multiplayer in Tsushima was fantastic. It's definitely one of the better reasons to play that game.
And now with the different
so excited about
weapons
that.
and the classes will be more, because before, like, you have different classes, but everybody's got a sword. Everybody, you do it. Now with the different weapons, it's really more variety. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you
We've got,
got a lot of weapons, so that's good.
Yeah, they showed more 007, which is cool. I'm really. I had.
Did they show
We'll talk about this with a game later.
I was not paying attention. That's crazy.
Yeah, they showed more of the new 007 game.
Yeah, we could talk about that. Yeah. By the way, I'm going down a list I found on Game Informer. That's the only reason. We'll just keep going. Death Stranding 2 on PC, great. That happened. Pragmata demo available, etc., etc. Resident Evil trailer, that was fine. The good one of the good Legacy of Kain games is also getting remastered after they remastered the first couple, I think, last year. So that's really cool. Defiance is coming out March 3rd on current and last gen consoles. We also got Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive is back again. 6 is back again. I think this is like the 18th time they've re-released Dead or Alive 6. But more importantly, they announced that there's going to be a new Dead or Alive game, right, in development for PS5 specifically. So that's good. I thought that this series was dead. I thought that they were never going to bring it back. I think what happened is they saw Virtua Fighter. They saw Tekken, and they said, okay, Tekken's coming back. I don't like that. But then I think what happened is they saw Virtua Fighter and it pissed them off. So they decided to come back swinging. So Dead or Alive is still here.
Well, I mean, if they make the
trailer
same,
was great. It was just them showing us boobs for most of the trailer, which is, that's what you want from Dead or Alive. So
if they make the same mistakes they made with the last time they released the game, it's not going to change anything. Like, you can't put out a game and charge full price, right? And you get all the characters or free, and you get whatever. You can't charge full price and then have like $800 of DLC in a game where, like, with fighting games, the content is the most important part. Like, you need more characters, you need more costumes, you need more story modes, you need more, like, create a character. You need more of that stuff, because the gameplay of fighting games, whether it's good, if it's good, it's great. That's not gonna get people by your fighting game. They have to have, like, a lot of stuff to do, or like have a bunch of friends who are in Dead or Alive, which that is a very small number of people. If they do the same thing where they put there's a free version, there's a full version, and then they've got all these costumes, all these different modes and all that stuff, and it's going to cost you another like 5 times the cost of the original game, then it's going to fail again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, right? I feel like they need to not screw up the DLC. That was a lot. I think they also need to just, like, that was a big gate for people, right? It was how stupid the DLC was, like, and that was just cosmetics. I think, because here's the thing, they're gonna have a free to play version, so obviously they're still gonna monetize it, right? Which is annoying, but still, it's gonna be free to play the version, and there's a regular version. But I think that all they really need to do with this is, one, make it an actual fighting game, which I think is what they're kind of trying to show off with the trailer, right? Is that, like, they're trying to make it, actually something you want to play to fight, but also look at the pretty pixels, right? I agree with the DLC. I think they need to chill out on that. I think they need to just, have costumes, have them cost the regular thing. Stop doing the $800 worth of DLC stuff. It's fucking stupid. It's a waste of time. Half the reason people like to play Dead or Alive is because it's fun to look at and we want the costume. So if you make it hard to do that, we can't play the game.
It just,
we want to play it. So
it just doesn't make sense. Like, they literally have these packs of, like, 20, 30, 40. Okay, that's great. $100 a pack, and there are 8, 9, 10 of them, and you can't unlock this stuff in the game. You can't earn currency to get this stuff. Like, the thing is, these companies are, I don't know, it's a Japanese thing. I think they're really, anytime Japan's doing anything where it comes to like market and money and what to do, they're really bad at it. Look at the Capcom Cup fiasco. We've got to have like a whole apology video about prices, and it's real dumb. Like, they just got no,
honestly,
they just got no clue what they're doing. And Dead or Alive is like an encapsulation of like, oh, we'll just, you can buy a burger and the pickles are, pay for every pickle, every piece of Chinese, every piece of cheese, Chinese cheese. Is it what? Chinese don't even like cheese, man. That's crazy. You heard about that? Anyway, yeah, man.
What, Chinese maxing? Yeah.
Chinese maxing?
Okay.
What is this? What is Chinese maxing?
You haven't heard Chinese maxing?
I've heard of looks maxing. I've heard of.
I think Americans just full mask off decided that we're just racist. Like we're just openly racist now. There's millennial age white women on TikTok like saying you met me at a very Chinese time in my life and learning Cantonese and drinking warm water because they heard that Chinese people are more healthy. I'm not joking. This is a whole thing. I'll send you a video on it after. It's
I've seen that you've met me in a very Chinese time of my life, and a guy was like eating a lot of Chinese food, and he was like,
Chinese. It's called Chinese maxing. It's a thing that people.
But what? Okay, but
doing,
what is the Chinese?
And I thought it was a joke.
Maxing?
Shavar, it's just racist. There's no rhyme or reason. It's literally just like you said. I'm gonna eat more Chinese food. I'm gonna do these Chinese exercises old Chinese men do. I'm gonna drink warm water boiled with apples. I'm gonna make sure that I always have house shoes on in the house. That's literally the type of shit people are doing. Like it's just weird American white people. Like that's what it is. I'll send it to you after this.
It's not just
there's
propaganda.
Black people doing it too because I hate niggas. But yeah, there's also black people too. No, it's obvious. I mean, it's obviously propaganda. I mean, listen, it starts as, a Chinese woman being like, I'm going to do my Chinese stuff. And then a white person picks it up and goes, actually, that's a good idea. And then, the word maxing gets slapped onto the end of it like everything else these days. So, yeah, we're fucked. That's all I got to say. But anyway.
I wish people were smarter. It's so hard to live in this world.
They're fucking stupid.
Some stuff is funny. I thought the Chinese maxing thing was funny when the guy was going to Chinese restaurants and he was accidentally picking up chops. I get it. It's kind of funny, but I didn't know.
I'm gonna send you this video. And
I didn't know this is like a thing where it's like looks maxing. Okay, looks maxing. I don't know if anybody I don't know if the people who do it realize it, but looks maxing a few years ago was the joke. Like it's like
yes,
satirical.
It was a joke, but Shavar, and I know, but then guess what? Here's the thing, right? You put those things online as satirical, and then people whose parents don't pay attention to what they do, and because they're functionally retarded, from the age of 15 to 25, they see it and they take it dead ass seriously. So they start doing things like bone smashing. And
if you don't know what looks maxing is, looks maxing is a subculture of young men. There are women in it as well, but they're usually it's kind of like a weird. But young men who max out their looks in standards that are like very close to, I mean, kind of tied to eugenics and like DNA and stuff, but also it's like they've made new like ratings and scales for people, and they've made new like it's not just like looking good or having good bone structure. It's also how much your cortisol gets spiked in your body, and taking testosterone or like doing things to max out your masculinity and your looks, like smashing your bones in your cheeks with a hammer so that they reform sharper, or like Botox for men. It's kind of like
really hard.
It's kind of if you took and this is no offense to these people, but it's like if you took those drag queens or like some like guys who are in the makeup and stuff, like we usually call them gay or whatever. If you took those and then gave them no sense of like self or identity, and also gave them a crippling fear of being like not cool, that's these guys. All they do is they do everything to be as cool, like what they think is cool as possible. And when you look at it from the outside, it's just like the gayest guy. Like it's the gayest thing you could do. Like what, like the makeups and the going in for the treatments and the Botoxes and the like. You guys used to like call these dudes gay, and now it's looks maxing. Now it's like
it's depressing. We're back in the early 2000s of people like trying too hard. Like we're back to that, and it's because like you said, people saw jokes and didn't understand they were jokes. And
Oh,
I feel
also,
like
most
that's
of the
like a
community is racist and fascist and
yeah,
like,
yeah. A lot of them
it's just
yeah, a lot of that, a lot of that community is like straight up like Nazis. I mean, like I just learned who clavicular was like a week ago. I think that kid should die. But
he's a
like,
number two.
But
he's a number two. Chad is his ranking. They literally have rankings for these guys online.
it's so homoerotic too. Like it's so
yeah.
weird. It's so gay. But yeah, yeah, so these guys really want to be Chinese. I don't really get it. I sent Shavar a video. Hey, if you're listening to this and you want a funny video, look up Noel Miller Chinese maxing, and if you want like a rundown, if you don't know what this is already. And once again, it has all those clips I said of millennial white women going, I'm very Chinese now, and like being dead ass serious about it. Yeah, it's just
so. Tell me, I want to know from your perspective, okay? Which knees or lees would you want to max out in yourself?
What?
I mean, you're against the Chinese maxing, but what knees or lees maxing?
I'm not doing shit maxing with y'all. I think y'all all should go get fucked. That's what I feel about the maxing stuff. You know what I do? I brush my teeth every day twice. I wash my face twice every day. That's as far as I'm going with you people. As far as this looks maxing shit, y'all just need to some of y'all just need to learn basic hygiene, okay? And some of y'all are going straight to bone smashing. Wash your balls first and learn that maybe you don't have to be a Nazi to do this shit. Like I don't know.
I mean, I was watching one of the guys, and he's like in his mid-20s or something, and he's getting like a hairline transplant for no reason other than like it's to max out the looks.
Oh, dude, I started getting I don't know why, because I don't have hair loss or hair receding at all, but I think because I was looking up other hair Reddits, because like dreadlocks and stuff, they keep giving me the balding Reddits. These men are in a fucking crisis. There's dudes posting stuff in there where their hair is not receding at all, and it's just them showing like their hairline going, am I fucked, guys? Is it am I cooked?
Well, that's
what's going on? And it's like, guys, you are for also. Yeah, look at your dad. If your dad is balding, you're probably gonna bald too. And guess what? That's just your genetics, bro. I'm sorry. I don't have those genetics, but those are your genetics, and you should deal with them. Now, my other thing though is that like it's all like just like it's all the weird body stuff that they had women doing already, like everybody's on Ozempic, there's the heroin chic thing in the 2000s, but like you said, now they've like flipped it into like it's so gay that it's not gay anymore, but it's still gay. So like I don't.
Well, here's the thing.
Listen,
for
all
me,
I gotta say about
when I was like a kid, like in high schools and middle school, I like you're like, okay, there's a difference between men and women and how they think and operate and all this stuff, and men are supposed to do this, women are supposed to do that, and whatever. And then when you get older and more observant of people and how they live, I mean, I kind of like when you look at how Andrew Tate's come around and how you kind of see how men get sucked into this, because men kind of don't have anything going on. These like exactly. But the thing is, we should have been listening to the women, because women, if at least for the last like 20-30 years, have been very like pro and positive towards women, and like you don't need to do this and you can do this for yourself and your worth is in this. And it's kind of annoying. I hate hearing the yes queens and the all that stuff, but it mentally just healthier to not like be worried all the time about your hairline, or worried all the time about being mogged by some random guy. Mogging is when a guy passes or is in the same vicinity as you and outdoes you simply because they're bigger, taller, prettier,
gay.
Whatever. Like that's mogging.
Gay.
Like
that's the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life.
For guys, they've been trying to find something, because the world is different. Guys are equal to women and all this stuff. They're trying to find something to latch on to make them more of this, and they're becoming more like women in that because they feel they have nothing, even though that's not true, they become more like women. So it's all about the looks and how many looks do I have?
Yeah,
and it's all about the like how much money do I have, as opposed to like all the clothes and stuff I can get, and how do people, when people see me as a man, are they intimidated by me? I want them to be intimidated. And are they this? We as guys, we need to get together and say, hey brother, hey broski, I love you, bro. Look, you're missing hair, you're balding, and you're 28, and that's okay. I don't care.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just what happens.
You know what? Too, like, women don't care either. I don't know. Like, think about all the like prettiest girls you know, or whatever, and unless they got married like right out of high school or something. Women aren't looking like for the guy that has the perfect hairline and all this stuff. Like, yeah, sure, money gets you a lot of places in life. It really does. But most people are most people, and most people look for good people, right? Or horrible people too. Like, you just match the energy and you're good. We need to love each other more, man. These dudes out here, they're really turning like satire into not satire, and it's kind of scary, because if you don't understand how ridiculous it looks and sounds, and you're finding a community in it, it's just gonna rot you more, because you're gonna get older. These people get older and they do more stuff and they go in the world, and like right now it's like young teenagers, 20-year-olds, whatever, but it's gonna get worse. Like, these guys are gonna be 30, 40 years old and still in the world, like, fucking shit up. Like, so I don't know, man. We gotta start. You gotta get some more men love. You know, you gotta love yourselves, dude. Love yourselves.
Yeah.
Also,
I think that's a great way of putting it, because I feel like that's the thing, is like it really is just like you said, men feel like they don't have something. They do. They feel like they don't have something, so now they're just becoming, I don't know. Some of y'all are straight bitch made now. Like, I feel like that's the harder way. That's the meaner way to say what I said. But some of y'all are kind of bitches now, and it's like, you know, I see women complain about this now, about how like dating a man or trying to date right now is like exhausting, because they're just as high maintenance now. Like, they'll be like, I don't want to go on a coffee date. That's too high commitment. Or you want me to pay for the, like, it's literally like, yeah, it's like everything that the right side of things, like the conservatives, are saying about like, oh, men are getting weaker or whatever. That's actually what their side is doing. That's what. But here's the thing:
we've got a solution. Women. We have a solution, because Project Windless was announced, and there's nothing that's gonna make a cock harder than being a chicken man. That's how you become as manly as you can. Chicken Man game out of Korea. It looks good. I wish they gave us a name. I don't like the project thing. I know they do this a lot coming out of Asia. Project this, project that. Just give me a name. You guys are you literally spent hours. Chicken Man, giant chicken man in Asia. Project Windless.
Oh yeah. Project Windless. That's what you. Okay, yeah, you did say that. Okay, yeah. I
said the hard cock guy.
Hard cock guy. Okay, so I know I was just in shock. Yeah. So the Korean Chinese game, yeah. Don't show it to me. If you have project in front of something, don't show it to me yet. Show me when you have the game. If there's not a health bar that you can show me yet, don't show me the game. Just
you know why they do this, right?
I don't want to see it.
First of all, I'm sure because I think what it is, one, it adds mystery to your game and people go search for it, and it's very vague. I think it's a marketing tactic, because there's this game, what, they've been making this game 6 months? No way, it's been a while, right? So they have a fucking name for the game, and if they don't, what are you doing? Two,
I mean, they should just name it after the thing they're basing it off of. I don't know why they don't just do that.
It's just marketing. It is marketing. I think for a lot of people, hearing that it's fucking secret project Windless is something that's gonna get people like, oh my god, what is it? It's a project. They've been working on this. Like, yeah, that's what it does for people's brains. It's marketing. Chicken game.
Yes, chicken.
It looks cool, man. I like it. It's kind of, you're a big chicken guy, right? You have a rooster head, you're buff, you're running through places, and you have you've got like a lot of enemies in front of you in enemizing right now. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I like it because it's like a Dynasty Warriors looking kind of thing, but not really. Where like you have enemies that are just as big as you that you're actually fighting, while there's like a bunch of peons running around you, which is sick, right? Like I don't know, it looks really cool. Looks like it's for the people who enjoyed Wukong, which I still have not played that. But it looks like it's something like that, right? Like it looks really cool. So I'm excited for that if they can show me more. It is Korean. So, it's Korean. Yeah. It is Korean. We also had the new Control got shown off. It should be coming out this year, but they showed us some like early gameplay. Looks great. It's an action RPG. It seems to be like it follows the first Control game, and now the roles have switched. Dylan's looking for his sister now instead of his sister looking for him. But yeah, looks cool. Crimson Moon, don't know what that is. Crimson Moon confused me. It made me mad because I thought we were gonna talk about Crimson Desert, which is going to be apparently the greatest game of all time.
Let's talk about that.
But
so Crimson Desert keeps getting closer and closer to release. People have played it yesterday. Go on YouTube. They had some streamers play for 3 hours in private in a dark room. Whatever. This might be like one of the greatest games of all time that nobody has been talking about until right now. Like, it's kind of crazy, the stuff that you're supposed to be able to do in this game. Crimson Desert, if you're like, I've never heard that before, you have. This is a long time ago, like 10 years ago, maybe. This is a while ago they announced this, right?
It was a while ago. I don't know if it was 10 years ago, but it was a while ago.
Well, it's a sequel to Black Desert, the MMO, okay? And they were releasing Crimson Desert as an MMO, as a prequel to Black Desert, which sounds weird. Like, why does an MMO need a prequel? It doesn't make sense. But
it was announced in 2019. It was supposed to come out in 2020. Well, no, it was announced in 2019. They never gave us an official.
Okay, so 7 years ago. Okay. They pivoted the game about 2 years ago from this MMO thing to a single player action. They don't call it an RPG. And you're like, okay, it's a fantasy single player RPG-ish thing, but it seems really innovative. They don't call it an RPG because you don't increase your stats and things in the traditional way of a game where you get XP and boost yourself up. Instead, all of your abilities come from gathering materials and artifacts and weapons. Like, the things you learn in the game are from doing quests only. It's a huge world. You can fly around, you can get all these abilities. There are 3 playable characters. There's no difficulty settings. So, like, if you can't beat this boss, you just need to come back when you have different gear and equipment. You can ride animals and dragons and mounts and robots. You do, like, crazy combat. The game looks like it's going to be the GTA of fantasy games, as far as, like, how ambitious it is. So we'll see. I mean, it's out soon. When is Crimson Desert out?
March 19th.
March 19th. We have a month to go. I'm excited for it. I'm thinking about pre-ordering it just because, like, every time they show stuff,
I'm waiting for reviews, bro. I don't pre-order.
So
you don't pay full price the first day either way.
Go on YouTube, okay? And look up Crimson Desert, and they had about 20 or 30 people go out and play it, and they tell you what they played and what it's like, and they kind of break it down. So, I don't know how much of it is new footage versus stuff that's already been shown. I don't know if they got to record stuff, but people are giving their opinions on the game, and you can kind of gather how real it is from that. To me, until yesterday, I was like, this shit ain't real. It's got to be a scam. In that, like, they're selling you something that is half of what it actually is, but it seems like that's not the case. So, we'll see.
No, this looks insane. I don't know. I was not a believer until like a week ago. So, because before I was like, this is fake, and then I've been watching gameplay. Now I'm watching more gameplay, and this looks ridiculous. The fact that this is actually somebody playing this, and he's riding bears and hitting stuff. He's fighting mountains. He's fucking doing Spider-Man shit, swinging all over the place. He's raining fireballs on top of people. He just did a Sonic spin mid-air. Yeah, I'm buying this. Yeah, you can pre-order it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
no, you're good. Yeah. Go ahead.
But yeah, go watch the previews if you're interested. Just go to YouTube, type in Crimson Desert previews, and you'll find it somewhere. Back to the Sony baloney.
Poor Crimson Moon though. Crimson Moon actually looked cool, but it's not Crimson Desert. It's a co-op like action RPG looking thing. Actually looks like something Shavar and me might be interested in, but
Salvation
Souls gameplay looking type shit. Honestly, a lot of Souls looking gameplay, but it's like co-op, right? It looks fun. Anyway,
yeah, it's a co-op Souls game. It co-op action game. I don't know if it's Souls, but it looks. I think Crimson Moon looks cool. I'd play it.
Yeah,
hoping it's 3 players
I genuinely think it looks good.
I got 2 homies who like to.
It's probably at least it's
play.
probably 4 players. I feel like if you're not putting at least 4 players and something like that, you're stupid. We also got Beast of Reincarnation, another trailer for that. The Game Freak game that is they've been talking about it for a while. It's coming out August 4th. A little bit, it's like an action game, nothing like Game Freak's previous games, like Pokemon stuff. Although you can see like some really cool monster designs and like animal designs. I will say though, Shavar, I'm watching the trailer again, not in stream. Why do they keep showing this game with its shitty frame skipping? Like it does not look like.
Which
can they
one?
Fix that?
Beast of Reincarnation?
Beast of Reincarnation. I'm watching the trailer again, not streaming it this time, because when I was watching it on stream with Shavar, and he was like, oh, maybe it's the stream skipping. It's not. Like, the game looks fucking weird in motion. Like, whenever enemies are swinging and stuff, literally stuff that's like pausing. And this has happened every single time they have showed this game off. It has frame skips.
Yeah, that's true.
Every single time. So I don't know if they're going to fix that before it comes out or if that's just like how the game will be, but it's not good. Like it's like mid swing, like the game stops. Like every, like we're watching them fight like this flower boss thing and every time it swings or every time she jumps down to do something, it does this. So it looks cool in concept. I have a feeling, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything. Listen, Game Freak already makes very okay games. I think this will be all right. I'm calling like a 6 out of 10.
You know what?
I'm
watching this trailer. You know what it is? It's not skipping.
What?
When your character parries, it stops really hard. Like it literally stops everything really hard.
Jesus,
it's
you're right.
It's during the parries or
That's ugly.
I think it happened with the dodge too here. But yeah, during the parries,
with the dodge,
yeah. If you perfect dodge, it like full on stops the game. I don't know why. Maybe it's giving you time to do another move. But in the trailer, the character doesn't. There's no counter on the parry. They just deflect or they just dodge, and the game stops or what looks like half a second.
This is the danger of parrying becoming mainstream. They're probably gonna make it so easy in this game because the game will fucking stop. Anyway, it looks fine. It looks cool. Like it genuinely looks cool. The lady with the wolf looks cool, etc., etc. I just I need to play this first. They need to put a demo out or something.
Yeah, I think Game Freak is betting their identity on this game just because the last few Pokemon not too well received, and I think they want to.
Still sold well, sadly.
I think they want to pull away from Nintendo because I feel like I feel like a lot of the I don't know if this is true, but I feel like a lot of the direction of some of the latest Pokemon games are probably due to Nintendo's preferences for what they want on the system. Because looking at this and then looking at the last 5 years of Pokemon, there's clearly a difference in what the studio wants to do and then what is coming out. To me, looking at this, I would have expected, if you asked me, like, Game Freak makes a game that looks like this, I would have expected to be a Pokemon action RPG something game, but they're not. They're doing this, and there's got to be a reason for that, and it's probably the Nintendo part of the equation. So I think they're trying to make something like this, make it successful, and kind of move out of the Pokemon realm, or at least have something else, because that's just not working right now. Outside of that, John Wick. We got John Wick game, which to me, if you're making a John Wick game, be there, Pico. I want to hear you.
What you talk John Wick after the reincarnation, right? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with John Wick.
I'm going by order, so you're jumping around a lot.
I have a different list.
Do you want to go through order, or you just want to jump around? Okay,
we just jump around. I don't think we're looking at the same list. I
have them on Game Informer looking at everything in order, so that's why I think we're jumping.
That's fine. We can do that. What's next after your Lakes of Game 4? Yeah.
Look, Beast reincarnation.
After
after that, they said, "Oh, we think people care about the first Rayman, so we're re-releasing it today." I don't care. Mina, I'll play that if it's free at some point. Mina the Hollower, which got delayed to fucking oblivion because of Silk Song last year, is coming out soon. So they got some more gameplay of it. It's from I think it's Yacht Club. Yeah, Yacht Club Games. The guys who made Shovel Knight. It's their next game, right? And they've been teasing it for a while. I think it'll be good. It's Mina the Hollower. It's like an old school like dungeon crawler type of game, like Zelda like basically, right? So it looks good. Coming out in the spring. They delayed it because it's Silk Song. That's all you need to know. Neva's getting. I don't know what that is. Blah blah blah.
You don't remember
Shinobi
Neva? Come on, dog. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
Neva is getting a prologue DLC.
No, I'm joking.
Called, I don't know what the fuck that is. Yako Shinobi Ops. It looks like a co-op like ninja game. Looked pretty fun. It's in the same vein of a lot of those like stealth games I feel like we've been seeing recently online.
People were clowning on this game.
Why?
They think it looks horrible. And it kind of looks like a PlayStation 2 game. In I think that's the art style.
Well, I think that this isn't the audience for this type of game. This has been a genre I think has been pretty popular recently. It's a lot of these like stealth like Shinobi. I think it's not called Shinobi. There's another one that's been out. I have it. God damn it. It's like another tactical one where it is like literally you play as ninjas and shit like that. But like it's a specific type of game. I get it. It looks like it's a pretty early looking version of it, and the graphics don't look great. But it comes out next year.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I think it's kind of. I was kind of not interested until I saw they do have like yokai in it, and to me that's maybe a little more. You know, you told me it's Shinobi Ops. I got what you're saying is the game is, but now you're telling me they're yokai too. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
No, it looks good. Looks cool. We talked about Chicken Game already. Oh yeah, like Galactic Racer, Star Wars Galactic Racer.
I'm excited about Galactic Racer.
Second trailer for this. Looks fun. I love a good racing game. I don't like Star Wars or not. I love a good racing game. It looks great.
I just need there to be great explosions and to be able to customize my pod racer. If I can do that and there are great explosions and we can crash in, then I'm happy. I will play this game. I'll get it. I'll play it online. As long as things explode and I can make them do it, I'm probably gonna be in there.
No, yeah, that sounds good to me.
And it looks so fast, which is what I'm liking. It looks fast.
That's what I'm liking. Listen, if we're not gonna have Wipeout for a while, give me this. That's all I want. 007, we did get another trailer with some gameplay, mostly cutscene stuff of their Nathan Drake Bond guy, who's definitely not Nathan Drake, but he's James Bond. We really telling you like he's really not Nathan Drake. He's James Bond. Looks cool though. I think that
he's pretty young. This guy is pretty young.
He's really young. I feel like they should have made him a little older. I think they should have made him a little older. I get it. They gave him scars and stuff to try to make him look like grizzled or whatever. They should have made him a little older. I'm used to Bond.
No, I think it's part of the audience they're going for. I mean, 007's been through a lot of people and dudes. I think just politically recently, I think a lot of white people are like real scared that 007 won't be white or a man. So like, how do you
we should
put out a game?
Because we should have got Idris Elba 007, but white people were too scared, and now he's getting old, so we'll probably never get it. So I fucking hate
No, that's
all of
fine.
it,
Like I don't. To me, it doesn't matter that much. But a lot of people were scared of this. So give us a young white dude. I think it makes most of the audience for this game very like happy. I was looking at the stream and like, oh, he's so cool, he's so handsome, and I like that's cool. And the game looks good as far as what they've shown us. I hope they show us more.
Yeah.
It feels very.
They keep showing us cutscenes. I don't
They
want to
show us
know
a lot
the
of
story.
cutscenes.
I want to play the game. Yeah, I'll know the story when I play the game. I'll get into the story whenever I actually play the game. But until then, like, it looks like I don't know. It looks like they took the Hitman stuff and like just turned it up so that you can actually like do that shit like in real time, not having to like set it up like a Rube Goldberg type of situation, right? It looks cool though. I'm excited for it. I think that they should hurry up and release it. Comes out May 27th though, so looking forward to that. I really like all the IO Interactive's games. All those Hitman games are very solid. I have not played a single bad game from them, so I think that'll be good. I'm glad they just showed us more gameplay this time. We got more gameplay this time. There's actually, we see some gun battle stuff. We see some explosions go off. A lot of Uncharted-ish looking things. There's apparently some driving. There's a lot of like the Hitman stuff where they probably drop you into an environment when you have to find the objective before shit probably kicks off into big set pieces, a la all those games that they're taking, cues from, like Uncharted or Tomb Raider and all those games in past James Bond games. So I think it's cool. I like James Bond. I quite like James Bond a lot, like the movies and stuff. So I hope that they do it right. Now we're getting into the gritty, the fun gritty shit. Metal Gear Solid 4. They said it couldn't be done, but they're doing it, baby. They're remastering it. It's coming to PS5, Xbox, and Switch on August 27th, along with Peace Walker in the second Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. I think that this is really cool. I wish they would have included portable ops, but whatever. I think it's fine, I guess. It's not the same game as Peace Walker. It's actually a completely different game, so they could have included it. It's fine. But yeah, improved graphics, improved frame rates. First time MGS4 is going to be available since
PS3 days.
PS3, like the very first time it'll be available. Peace Walker's been available. A lot of these other Metal Gear games have been available since then, but Metal Gear Solid 4 has not. Due to people saying that it's very hard to emulate the PS3. Now, hopefully this means that we've gotten past that, and we'll be able to play this. I think Metal Gear Solid 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. I've beat it twice. Yeah, twice. It is super long, but if you cut all the cutscenes, it's actually not that long. But a really good game. So I'm glad we get to see. I think
the cutscenes total are like 12 hours or something. It's a lot of. The cutscene.
It's a long ass.
So like the Hillary Clinton cutscene is very long. I think that was like a 40-minute cutscene or something.
Hillary
right?
Clinton. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, the Hillary Clinton in the game.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
When you replay it, you're like, oh.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't worry. When you replay it, you'll be like, oh.
Cutscene. Oh. If I search it, that doesn't come up at all.
Because you got. I'll send it to you. Okay, don't worry about it. But the game is long.
What are you talking about?
Cutscenes are long. I'll send it to you. But yeah, hey. Yeah, I'm excited for that. What else? What's next on your thing?
All right. They tried to shove some other game in there at the same time as Metal Gear stuff. That was funny. I'm not even going to mention it because I'm kind of insulted they did that. Castlevania 2D Castlevania is back. It's been a long time. I think it's been like over a decade since the last 2D side-scrolling Castlevania game, and we're finally getting another one, Castlevania Belmont's Curse. We're playing as I think one of the guys is like daughter or something like that. One of the Belmonts, I think. But 2.5D, which means it's a 2D side scroller. It's made by the Dead Cells guys, because I think that they've proven themselves enough by doing all that Dead Cells DLC of Castlevania and with the Prince of Persia Rogue stuff. And these guys have always been huge fans of Castlevania. If you play Dead Cells, it's got a lot of Castlevania DNA in it. And they let them go ham. They officially just gave them the IP and said, Konami said, screw it. You guys make the next Castlevania, and it looks really good. Graphically, it looks great. Gameplay wise, it looks what you would expect from a Castlevania game. It's not, the Castlevania game that was made by the guy who had to leave Konami. Like, even though that game is really good, Bloodstained is great. Play Bloodstained, it's fantastic. It's just not Castlevania. But yeah, we got the first one in a while. It should be come out this year. We don't have an official release date. But Dracula is alive and well, and I think this new Belmont's going to try to kill him. Looks great. Looks fantastic. And I'm really glad that the Telltales guys got to do this because they do really good stuff. So I'm super excited to play this one because I really like Castlevania. I really like Metroidvanias. And also, this is the first Castlevania sequel since, the first 2.5 Castlevania, and it's set 23 years after Castlevania 3. So it's like an official sequel, apparently. So cool stuff. I'm excited for that. That looks fun.
Okay.
We also got, in the Konami section, Silent Hill Townfall, which is the next Silent Hill game, starring Simon, a black protagonist, in St. Amelia, an oceanside town dotted with scattered weather-worn protest signs, according to Game Informer. Looks cool. We don't know really what's going on. I thought he had like a hospital wristband or something on.
No, we do know what's going on.
We don't know what's happening yet.
They had a stream out afterwards. So this game was announced at the same time as F, I think, around then.
I don't remember.
They did. They announced.
Yeah, it was.
Two
Yeah,
games.
you're right. It was announced. They just didn't show anything. You're right.
They didn't show anything. Yeah. And so the Silent Hill community for the last couple of games, there's been an issue that the Silent Hill games aren't in Silent Hill, and I think
who gives a shit?
That is a valid concern to some extent because of the place of Silent Hill happening to be very special until now, where these things are being called Silent Hill incidents. And so I get that part of the community that is upset with the Silent Hill games not happening in Silent Hill, like Silent Hill F and Townfall. But I think, of course, with the way the world is now, as soon as this was shown and in the comments, people are very not happy that they're not playing as a white dude again. And on the Silent Hill live stream, it was even worse than on the Sony one. That's all they talked about. Like, they went into a whole thing about the art of the game and where they went to take pictures and how they've built this town and like the ideas of the game. And the entire chat was, oh my God, DEI. Oh my God, why can't we just be a white guy again? Oh my God, they're attacking. They're just paying.
By the way, people who probably haven't actually fucking played Silent Hill, by the way, like any of them, by the way.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because they were also complaining about the Silent Hill thing. I think it's kind of,
but okay, sorry. What I'm trying to say is a lot of these guys like to just take these claims and make them because it makes them upset, and they don't actually like. Sure, I know that there's a lot of people making those complaints. I will doubt more than half of them have actually played the game and actually have that complaint. I think they just get caught up in culture wars. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's probably true. I mean, with Silent Hill F, there's a lot of culture war stuff about that too by people who were never going to play the game.
Never going to play it. Yeah,
that's true. But it's still kind of, at this point, game, like when I was my age at, in high school, middle school, I'd say that was the average age of gamers. Like we're around the average age of the average gamer, and it's going to, it's going to trend around there. A lot of these people are not like 20, 15, like these are like adult people with full lives complaining that they have to play as a black guy in a game, which you're only ever going to see like in cutscenes, or it looks like it's first person too, which is interesting for Silent Hill. But it's like it's just so silly. Like you can't even enjoy the game unless it's exactly in your image of what you want. It's
like,
kind of,
and all I gotta say to that is get fucked. Go play Silent Hill 2 10 more times. Like, I don't know what else you guys want, right? Like, it's like I feel like it's cool that they're doing this. Silent Hill F is apparently really good. I want to play it soon, and this one looks really good as well. So like, I don't know, man. It's just dumb culture war bullshit, and also like the stickler shit about it's not in Silent Hill. I don't care. If once again, if you care that much, go play Silent Hill 1 and 2. Just go play those, and then you'll be happy that they only took place in that location.
so
Like
for this one,
I think that's so stupid.
for this one, it is first person. You have a radio again, and the radio of course, it's probably going to buzz when enemies come around, but it also is going to deliver messages. Like when instead of picking up a lot of diaries and stuff, having the radio out, you'll hear different things that you spiritual, the way they talk about how the radio plays in the game, it's like a TV radio, right? So you'll see things, video stuff from the radio. It's kind of cool. I like the atmosphere. I like the kind of like island town, coastal small town vibe. The fog is real cool. It makes sense. It's a foggy place that it would be a Silent Hill thing. So yeah, I think the game to me looks like it's gonna be pretty interesting. They didn't show too much gameplay. I have to wait to see more, but I think it's also pretty interesting that I haven't played Silent Hill F, so I don't know what the F is for, but it's pretty clear they've also highlighted the F in this game as well.
I've had a little spoiled for me. It makes more, the F thing makes a little more sense if you play the. It stands for like a lot of different things. Yeah. So I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go play the other one, but I think it's cool they're going with a new through line for Silent Hill. I think the problem with Silent Hill always being in Silent Hill is that yes, it makes the town a character. It gives the town like, when you see the town, shit's gonna pop. Okay, I get that, but at some point, because the lore of Silent Hill is so vague in what the place can and can't do and why it does and doesn't do things and why everyone's experience there is different, and like not just like different like, oh, this is your type of thing. It's not even that. Like at some points in the Silent Hill story, there are things that are actually really 100% happening, and everyone is experiencing them. It's not always like in your head stuff. So I think you have to move away from Silent Hill at some point or reimagine what that place is.
Do you guys actually want new games in your series, or do you just want them to make the same game over and over? Pick one.
True. That's exactly. Like, do you want the same game over and over? Now, I think sometimes it's done badly. Like the Silent Hill, what's the one with the Indian woman and who lives in Germany, and she's looking for her Japanese friend or something? It's horrible. And I think that's done really badly. And it's probably a really bad example of this. But I don't think it's bad because it's not in Silent Hill. I think it's bad because whoever made that game did not understand Silent Hill. I don't know who made the game, actually. I'm sure, it's got Silent Hill in the name, so I'm sure Konami had something to do with it. But
which one?
You don't. What's it called? Just look up Silent Hill games. It was free to play, I think.
Oh, the Lost Message or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was made by the same people. It wasn't made by anybody different. Like that was basically like a prequel. Like, this is the type of thing we're looking to do with some of the future Silent Hill games type of thing. It was made by, it's the same developers and stuff. It's Blooper Team. It's the same people. It wasn't made by anybody different. It's the same people.
It's not good. What's it called?
Yeah, it sucked. And the Lost Message. I just told you.
No, Short Message.
Short Message, Lost Message, whatever.
Yeah, but ain't what it is.
It should be lost. Okay, and what was your point about it?
It's just not. I think it's a bad version of it, but I don't think it's because it's not in Silent Hill. Anyway, we'll see how that game turns out. Did they have a release date?
I don't know, dude. They didn't have a release date.
Yeah,
2026.
Okay. Yeah. So it's cool that it's coming. I mean, they announced it around F, but they didn't say anything else, so it's good to know. New Silent Hill's coming. And I like the different direction. What else is in the state of play?
All right. We got the John Wick game. Konami announced some generic looking ass JRPG. We'll see if it actually is anything later. It just looked incredibly generic. It looked like the most generic. It looked like some MiHoYo verse bullshit. So yeah, Rev Noir. Yeah. John Wick game announced. They showed some gameplay. That is indeed a John Wick game. We don't know much about it
this
yet.
Game looks horrible.
How so?
He only fights bald people. Did you watch the trailer? The only thing that stuck out to me in this trailer is John Wick hates the baldies. John Wick is not just a look maxer. He executes for being bald.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be this is something that's like super
It's
early in
unfinished.
development. So they came up with like a trailer of. I'm sorry. Once again, it's 2026, bro. I don't want to see a trailer if there's no fucking gameplay. And this thing had 3 seconds of gameplay in it. And like you said, it's him killing the same character model in different costumes, right? So like you guys obviously haven't worked on it a ton. Don't tell me about it yet. And we also don't know when it's coming out. It's not even this year. We don't know when it's coming out. So I guess we can look forward to coming out. We can look forward to it coming out around the same time the next John Wick movie comes out, probably. So,
Please put
Marathon got
Doug.
another trailer. Marathon is a bit of a catastrophe to me. I think that this game has the potential to still do well. I think it'll be okay, but I think it had a lot of missteps. I think it's really bad when you have a beta that people play, and people for the most part are not gelling with it, right? That doesn't go well, right? That doesn't help. It also sucks when you get caught, your company gets caught for like the 4th time in a decade, stealing shit from people and stealing art so poorly that the person's signature is still on the textures. So in case people haven't noticed, we have not actually seen Marathon again until just now, right? We have not actually seen Marathon since like October or August last year or something, right? Because they got caught up in the fact that they were using somebody's art that they did not ask permission to. They were just straight up copying and pasting their art into the game. That got resolved. That person got a settlement. They had to find new ways to get those textures. So as a result, the game looks quite a bit different now. The art style is not art styling as much. It's not as like, weird and like ethereal looking. It does look more like a Bungie like Halo ass game, which I don't mind. I think it looks cool, but it lost a lot of that cool like art style to it, in my opinion. It looks like a regular old shooter now, which hurts it for me a little bit, but it still is an extraction shooter. It looks solid. Their trailers and stuff, I don't know. This is one of those games I feel like the trailers and the promo for it might end up being cooler than playing the actual game because the trailers for this game look fucking sick. It makes it look so fun. It makes it look cool. I don't like extraction shooters, so I don't even know if this is for me, right? So we'll see. It comes out March 5th.
I wouldn't say you don't like extraction shooters. Helldivers is an extraction shooter.
The stress test is... Yeah, but that's Helldivers. This is a lot. Helldivers like has shit going on and like it's in your face. It's very fun. A lot of extraction shooters is like, here you go, here's your pistol. Now spend 20 minutes walking around grabbing things and maybe you'll see somebody and shoot them. And like that's so boring, right? And like I get it, it's very popular. It's a thing a lot of other people like to play. It's obviously popular. I don't like it personally. I think it's boring. I think it's incredibly boring. I think that it's a genre that's going to live on for a while. It's not for me. I think it's like watching paint dry. I've watched people play it. I've tried to play it myself. Tarkov is one of the most popular games of all time. I have watched that game, the gameplay of that game. It is so boring. But
yeah, I don't see the fun in
people who like that.
I don't see the fun in a lot of them. I think it's more the LARPing people like. It's LARPing. It's well, not LARPing because it's on the game, but it's.
I mean, it is.
It is like living
Roleplay.
The desolate fantasy, like I don't know. To me, I get it. I get what you're saying, but the genre of extraction shooter can be fun. I think Helldivers is a very fun extraction shooter.
That's the only fun extraction shooter I know, and it is not. And that's the thing. It is not like any of those other ones. It is not like any of the other extraction shooters, and that's why it's fun. So yeah, that's coming. Marathon's coming. Bungie's next game. I hope. Listen, I don't wish anybody like a poor job or anything like that. I do think that though they have a lot of catching up to do, and I feel like the fact that one, this game is going to cost money is interesting, and also two, the fact that they revamp everything is also interesting. So I hope it's fine. I want to play it. I wish that this was something that was more akin to like a regular fucking multiplayer shooter or even a single player experience I could play, because I think the aesthetic looks really cool. The weapons look really cool. How they presented everything looks slick as hell. But it's a fucking extraction shooter.
Like, well, you can play it on. You can play it next week on
February 26th. Stress test. Yeah, they have a server slam on Thursday. So, yeah. Blah blah blah. They had some stuff about PlayStation Plus. Don't care. A big walk. Don't care.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't care. That's why I know.
Then let me keep going. Shut up.
Go ahead.
Housemarque's Sorrows, the not sequel to Returnal. That is definitely a sequel to Returnal. Looks good. That's all I have to say about it. It looks like more of what I was expecting. More Returnal-ish looking stuff. A lot of that third-person gameplay. There's upgrade trees and stuff. It doesn't seem to be as much of a maybe I didn't interpret it well or not, but it doesn't seem to be as much of a roguelike. And also the gunplay looks like. It's funny because it looks exactly like Returnal, but it looks like more like fast-paced, which is fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Marvel Tokon, they announced some more stuff for that game, specifically the Unbreakable X-Men. So they announced 3 new characters. Danger, which is a deep cut. Magic, who has been super popular the last 4 years, I would say. So it was kind of it would be stupid to not put her in there. And Wolverine. So we finally get to see Wolverine. He looks awesome. Danger looks really cool. Also I think Danger looks cooler than Danger has looked in the comics, but also it's an anime character, so it's kind of funny. Magic's also looking very anime, which is the point of what the game is supposed to look like, right? Cool stuff. They also revealed like the team attacks, because these 4 do indeed form the Unbreakable X-Men when you select these 4 together. So they have a special team attack. Wolverine, just like Captain America, it looks like he has new moves that are basically kind of like his old moves in some ways, but he looks really cool. I think Wolverine looks really solid. And the game is set to come out August 6th. So Tokon's out August 6th. It'll cost $60. There's also, it'll probably cost you more than that if you get the season passes and stuff, but the base game is $60. And I'm watching Max Dude for the what?
Season pass is 80.
Got it. I was watching Max Dude and some other people like watch the trailer. I do not agree with the people who are saying this. I think that some of these people are like a little too hardcore and they don't have the same thing they're looking for in this game as I do. But a lot of the complaints people had with the first couple alphas is that the game was stiff, and that you couldn't use assists the way you wanted to use them, and you had to you had to use auto combos to do certain things, and there wasn't a lot of freedom. And it looks like from people analyzing frames and stuff in this trailer that they are tweaking the game because they're gonna play all I gotta say is the Arc System Works game. Guilty Gear Strive was way different before it came out. That people hated a lot of the stuff in that game and liked a lot of stuff in that game that they took out before it actually came out. So I think it's kind of weird that I've seen some people dooming on this game, being like, "Oh, it looks cool, but the gameplay isn't it." And all I can think is, you spoiled bitches. The game isn't even out yet, so please let them know what you think is not good about it. But I think every time I see people talk about this game, it's like, I wish this was better. And it's like, okay, that's cool. And they say something stupid afterwards, like, I don't know, man, but it looks like it's not good. And it's like, the game's not even fucking out yet. So we should maybe wait for that. So August 6th, we'll see what's going on with that. And then these last couple announcements are the real big ones. So God of War Trilogy remake is happening. It was rumored for a while there. But yes, they are remaking the first 3 God of War games, and they are including T.C. Carson himself, the original voice of Kratos from the original trilogy, the one that you hear every time you scream Ares in your head. Yes, that guy. I'm assuming they're going to re-record all the dialogue. It would be kind of silly if they didn't. But yeah, they're remaking, not remastering, remaking all the games. So I think I've seen people debate a lot. They're like, are they going to go as hard as they did in the original ones? And I think the only answer is yes. Because if you don't, Kratos talking about how shitty he was in the new games doesn't hit as hard. I need Kratos sacrificing Poseidon's concubine in a fucking wheel, okay? Because he's an asshole. I need him to do that. Was that one of the nastiest things he did? Yes, and it was unnecessary. Is it one of the reasons he hates himself in the new God of War duo 2 games? Yes, absolutely. I want to see Kratos be just as brutal. I want them to keep all those dumb sex cutscenes or like mini games or whatever. I want them to keep all of the face bashing in God of War 3. They got to keep the head ripped from God of War 2. They have to keep the Spartan guy that you burned to death in the first game because you don't have an option but to do it. They got to keep it all. And I feel like if they don't, it's for naught. Like, listen, if they nix one or two things, I kind of get it, but I also don't, because here's the thing, right? There's nothing that I think is that happens in those games that is so like morally terrible or corrupt that they can't remake it, right? Kratos is an awful person. We know this. That's part of playing the game. So if you dull down any of that, there's no fucking point, in my opinion. So you got to do the head rip. Got to do, you got to have him taking a lady with her boobs out and shoving her in a fucking crane wheel thing so she can keep the door open. We got to keep all that stuff because Kratos is terrible and he needs to reflect on how terrible he was. And if from what I'm seeing, this is supposed to be more continuity between the original trilogy and 18 and Ragnarok. So I'm excited. I hope they're significantly different too. I hope they don't play like the recent games. Don't do that. Make it an action game. Make it like those old games. Do not make it like the new ones where it's like got the little RPG elements and stuff. I love those games. That's not what the Greek games were like. That is not what they were about at all. So I think it's great. We don't have a release date, but they did say they're working on it. But
it's gonna be a while, especially if it's 3 of them at the same time. I mean, I'm excited for it. There's some of the, to me, God of War, those first 3 games, some of the best, one of the best trilogies of games to ever exist. If you haven't played them, they're pretty accessible and cheap, so you should go play them. And they're good.
Play the originals. Play the originals. Yeah.
And they get, especially God of War 3, gets pretty brutal. But those are good games, and they make the newer games better because there is a history there. I don't know what they'll do. I hope they do stay true to the game. I don't know if... I mean, there are a lot of decisions to make when remaking that game. Should it be over-the-shoulder camera, or should it be fixed camera, like the original ones? Like, a lot of the appeal of those first God of War games was how cinematic they were because the camera stayed in one spot and moved, and so I don't know, there's a lot to it. I'm excited for it. Hopefully it's good. The original voice actor's back. They also announced a new game that is currently out. They dropped it during the showcase. What's it called? What is that God of War game called?
The new one?
Yeah, what's it called? Sons of Sparta.
Sons of Sparta.
So that's out, and people say it's good. They like it. It's multiplayer, Metroidvania kind of thing, which is cool. They have the voice acting from the original actor again, which is great. So I'm glad God of War is back and doing stuff. Clearly, they probably wanted to do this stuff last year just because it was the anniversary, but hey, you get it this year. That's fine too. I don't think the remake could be out this year, but yeah,
it's weird because I think everything's a year late. I think what happened was they were waiting on the TV show was supposed to happen last year, but things got delayed. So
probably
because the TV show's happening this year. The TV show's coming out this year, which I'm still annoyed about. I feel like if you're going to do a TV show, you need to start from the beginning, but because I don't know. I still think the TV show is going to be weird because imagine being somebody who knows nothing about God of War, which I know a lot of people who played 2018. I get it. But imagine knowing nothing about God of War and then watching this and it's just a guy over and over goes, oh, but my past. And you don't know how bad his past is. You did not see him rip Hermes' head off, right? Well, chop Hermes' legs off and then use them as like skates. So I mean, I think
Well,
about that.
the thing is, like, can
that
you
man
even
was
do
disgusting.
an original trilogy TV show? You can't, because it's just gonna be John Wick,
It's
except
too violent.
instead of random dudes in suits, it's gonna be demons and monsters, and instead of
Especially
guns, it's gonna be a dude with two blades, and he's just gonna be the worst protagonist ever because he's a horrible person. And I don't know if you can do that show.
God of War 3. God of War 3 to me, I think it's so funny hearing people talk about God of War 3 because people like I find recently what I see people say is that they're like disgusted by it or they didn't like the turn it took, and I hate it because I'm like I think that was the entire point of that game, right? Is that it was supposed to be like Shavar. I remember we bought that game. Like I remember buying God of War 3, being so excited to play it, and me and you blasted through that game in like a week because it was just like, what the fuck is he gonna do next? Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Like, what is he doing? And I understand how for a TV show that may not translate as well. So
Yeah.
maybe not. Maybe not.
Which is why the remake might be in trouble, because a lot. It's like some people complain. You remember what's the Call of Duty mission? No Russia, or where you go in the airport.
Oh, no Russian. Yeah. Where you pull up to the airport and kill a bunch of people.
Like that's one of the best executed missions in a Call of Duty ever. Right? But people who there are people who hate that, and they're so fucking like, stop being I don't know, you're just a prude. Like if you're
maybe this is the game for you. I don't know.
Well, it's a game. That's the thing. It's a game,
yeah.
And you're fine with chopping up every Russian and Korean and European. You'll pop as many heads as you want, but the second you have to shoot, innocent people, fake, like not even real innocent people, because you're playing the bad guys in a fucking video game. Like, you lose your mind, like, oh, this is too much. Like, go home, go grow up. Like, it's like, I
literally listened to a podcast the other day. I listened to a podcast the other day where they mentioned the crane, the thing, the puzzle I'm talking about from God of War. I think you remember. You go to Poseidon's chamber, his like slave wife is whatever there, whatever. You drag her through a bunch of stuff, and then at the end, to keep a door open, you shove her in it, right? I heard somebody talk about that like that was like the worst thing they've ever experienced, and I thought that was really funny because
you've got, like, you know how people talk about desensitization. If that's one of the worst things you've experienced, you need to go experience more. If like there's some stuff where if it's affecting you that much, or you're saying it's affecting you that much, then it doesn't matter. It's like unconditional love. There's no such thing. It literally is an oxymoron. This can't be the worst thing you've experienced, and anyone take your experience into consideration. You know what I mean? Like, grow up, go do something, go to another country, or like, if I can get a job that isn't like some cushy bullshit or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's a game, all right? And you can agree with messages in the game, or you can disagree, or you can not like doing this or that. There's nothing you're gonna do in a God of War game that's the most disgusting, horrible thing I've ever done. You people don't need to be making any decisions for anyone else. How do you read a book?
Yeah, no.
Like, how do you get through? So come on, guy.
So I think God of War trilogy. I'm excited for that. The Sparta game, the Sons of Sparta game, I haven't played it yet. We need to play that. I've seen mixed reviews on it. I kind of don't care what other people think. I want to play it for myself. So, but that game. And back to what you're saying. I agree. I think the way people talk about the original God of War trilogy, like it's the weird, like oh, I don't want to play that again. It tries to make you feel good about doing violent things. Shut up. Like you said, go do something else. Like, leave me out of it. Like, I'm not doing this with y'all. But Sons of Sparta, on the other hand, I think it's like a Metroidvania, it looks like. But the one thing that pissed me off about it is that they made it look like it was co-op. It is indeed not co-op. It only becomes co-op when you finish the game and then you unlock challenge levels.
Oh, okay.
Dumb. Actually stupid. I think that they should not call it Sons of Sparta if that's the case, and they should not have had the trailer have two different people in it over and over. Because why would you do that anyway? Looks good, still looks fun, still looks like something I would want to play. So we'll go pick that up. It's $30, so it's not like super expensive. But that was everything at that show, and I thought it was pretty good. I mean, the God of War stuff was good, the Silent Hill stuff was cool, Castlevania, Metal Gear, Dead or Alive, all that stuff. So that was solid. But I'm very excited for God of War trilogy. I think the best thing they could do with that though is just play it straight. Just do everything. If you're gonna do anything, go in more in depth, but don't cut anything. I feel like if they cut anything, I'm gonna be pissed off because it's like, listen, I get it. If the graphics too realistic and you can't show some of the gore because like you don't think it's whatever, that's fine. Keep all of the shit though. You got to keep everything Kratos did, all the fucked up decisions he made, all the people he killed without thinking about, the quick time action event and him pushing his family away. You got to have all that. Otherwise, don't give it to me. I'm going to act like it doesn't exist if it doesn't have all that stuff. So besides that, this week, that was the biggest chunk. We got a couple other small pieces of news this week. You can hit that too if you want to.
Round 2. Fight.
So you know how Blue Point Studios, you know that studio that PlayStation bought a while ago that made that really good Shadow of the Colossus remake and that really good Demon Souls like launch title for the PS5. Yeah, they canceled them. They just closed the whole fucking studio down.
Yeah, I don't know why
they just closed the
they
whole
did
studio
that
down.
or what they're working on, or you know.
I'm confused. I don't know. I have no logic for this one. This makes no fucking sense to me.
I mean,
They also helped out with Ragnarok. What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. It's who knows why they closed the studio. I thought they were pretty successful, and they did projects well. Sony didn't really say why. So
they literally said they did good work. That's all they said. They said, "Yep, they did great work, and we thank them for their passion." Literally, no reason given. And the last thing they were working on was the God of War live service game that got canceled, alongside the Horizon live service game that got canceled. So,
I think it's pretty safe now to say if you're a studio, you probably shouldn't let the big studios buy you, because all that happens is, as we've seen, you will get either fully absorbed. Or if you're a small studio like Blue Point or whatever, you're just going to get deleted. You have resources, they just take you for your resources instead of having this office and this other company and all this stuff. They just take you for what you are. They probably move people here and there, and you just get downsized and then eventually gone. Doesn't matter how good the work is. The studio should just stay independent, partner with these big ones to do things, but it seems to always hurt you. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense to do it.
I can't wait until they shut down Bungie.
Right? I mean,
they'll shut Bungie down, do you? I don't get it. This is the thing. PlayStation keeps doing this. I feel like you said, if your company gets bought by PlayStation, you might as well start looking for another job, because they're gonna just close your studio down. They just keep fucking doing it over and over, right? I don't understand it. I don't get the logic is behind it. The people at Blue Point Games said they don't get the logic of it, and Sony doesn't even want to explain what their logic was behind it. So who fucking knows? I hope those guys all find jobs though, because what the hell? 70 employees. So hope you guys all find jobs. There's plenty of other companies. Hopefully they can fucking scoop you guys up. We had something similar happen in the journalism space. Washington Post cut 33% of their staff a couple weeks ago. So there's a lot of people floating around without jobs. This shit sucks. So sucks for Blue Point. But you know, if Sony wasn't too busy shitting their pants in a corner, let's put it this way. Sony's pooping its pants. Xbox just went full diarrhea. So literally, like, what, a day after Sony announced that, and hit the 3 whenever, a day after Sony announced that, Xbox announced that Phil Spencer is retiring. CEO Phil Spencer of Microsoft Gaming is retiring. And I forgot how long has Phil been around. Phil's been around for like a while, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken, he's been around since what, 2014, and he's worked with Microsoft since 1988. And the Xbox president, Sarah Bond, she's also getting the fuck out of here. She's resigned. So she resigned. He's retired and resigned. And they brought in a new CEO, who is head of Microsoft's core AI as the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. And you know, here's the thing, right? At first I saw this and I was like, okay, it's a woman, so people are gonna be mad at her already, right? And I kind of try to let these things like slide, right? But here's the thing: this lady does come straight from AI stuff, which is, I'm not all anti-AI, so I don't care about that. But my point is that she doesn't come from gaming at all. She joined Microsoft in 2024. She just got to Microsoft, like fresh at Microsoft 2 years ago as an AI and software as part of the AI and software development team. She's from Instacart. She used to work at Meta. Once again, no video game stuff at all. People stalked her and found her profile for video games. She started playing Xbox games like a month ago, like very recently started playing Xbox games. So all that to say, she doesn't know anything about video games, right? Which, like, is that not normal? No, it's not. That's kind of normal in some spaces. I mean, Nintendo's last guy, Bowser, he doesn't know shit about video games either. But, you know, I think that is kind of funny that they just moved an AI person over to be head of video games.
Well, I mean, they're not making games.
Well.
They're just approving projects. And I get, you know, you don't have to know how to play. You'd probably be better.
Xbox ain't making games. They haven't made games in years.
You'd probably be better suited as someone who understands video games and the industry and stuff. Xbox is kind of, you know, I don't think she'll be in charge long. I think it's until they find someone else, basically. But because it sounds to me like Phil quit and the other lady quit, and there's you know, so this is just an interim thing. But that job is basically relationships, scheduling, and approving projects within the scope of the studios that you have. You don't need to know that much about games. I mean, they get paid where you would think they would have to, but they don't. They really don't have to know that much. So, you know, I'm not. I think it's like I said. It looks like they quit. I don't think you can say Xbox is making a bad move here. I think they quit, and you just got to put somebody in charge for now. Good luck to them. For almost 40 years for old Spencer barrel chest there.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy seeing Spencer go. He's been there since what, Xbox One? Like, that's crazy.
Like 80 now. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't see things going very well for. I mean, Microsoft is turning into Sega soon, right? Like, they're just gonna make sure they support stuff on other consoles. They're gonna release their games on other consoles, and that's kind of how it's gonna go forth. And they might put a box out, maybe. But I think that they're full support now. Like, for instance, fucking Fable's coming to PlayStation, right? Like, it doesn't matter. God of War is on PlayStation now. The next Halo combat campaign Evolved or whatever is also coming to PlayStation. Like, so yeah, you might as well just plop somebody from your AI division there to just sit there for a minute, I guess, right? Like, and also I feel bad for this woman because I don't know if she realizes what space she's gotten herself into. These people are going to be nasty to her just because she's brown and a woman. But if you add the AI thing on top of it, that's just going to make it a lot worse for her. So I hope that she doesn't just quit immediately, because that's what I would do. I would not want to deal with these people probably harassing me, even though they don't really know anything about me yet. But at the same time, you know, it is kind of funny to just plop somebody in that position and go, well, you're CEO now. Good luck being CEO. And explain to people and going on Twitter and having to explain to people over and over that you don't want to just put AI in everything, and that you think that AI has specific uses and you won't just shove AI into video games. And they're still, you know, in your comments going, but you're AI bitch. I don't like AI bitch. And then that's kind of it. So Microsoft, kudos to you trying to make sure that that Sony didn't take all the news up this week. So that's really sweet of them if you really think about it. Yeah, and that's really the biggest news. I think Xbox is going down the toilet. And Sony is just going to keep shutting shit down for no reason. Don't really understand what that is. It kind of sucks that Blue Point's not around anymore because I kind of really liked all the remakes they did. Demon Souls and Shadow of the Colossus were really fucking good, and they helped out a lot with God of War. So that's kind of sucks that they're not helping out anymore. Few small news items that have come up in the past week. Nintendo is selling Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for $20 a pop on the Switch, and people are buying it and arguing online about people who are telling them you're stupid for buying it, by going, "What are you guys broke? You don't have $20," when that's not the point. The point is you guys are paying $20 for 20-year-old ROMs that are available online at the click of a button, and you can play them anywhere except the Switch. But I guess it matters to you a lot that you have to play it on the Switch.
Yeah, I mean,
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
I found the funniest game title ever: Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Switch 2 Edition. Funniest title I've ever heard in my life. Take from that what you will. Slay the Spire 2 is coming. It has been coming for a while, but the early access date has been announced, as well as the fact they'll have 4-player co-op, which I assume is either based off of the mod that used to have co-op or just something they might have cooked up. But March 5th is when early access drops. So if you're a Slay the Spire fan, that's officially when you'll be able to play it. You can wait longer if you want it to come out of early access, but that's kind of like the game coming out almost. So if you want to play that, it'll be out March 5th.
Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah, and Eugenics, just a couple stats about Eugenics. Sold 1 million fucking copies within the first few days that it was out, and it's now the most played roguelike on Steam, like, of all time. It beat Hades 2 in like a day or two. It beat the lifetime stats of the Binding of Isaac. It just smashed those to death. The game really took off, and it's like an independent game, so I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, that's all the big news from this week. That's it. That's all the big news.
Okay, nice. Well, I think that covers it for the week. 2 straight hours of voice. So there you go. We'll be around streaming. I guess we don't have a schedule yet, but we'll let you know when that happens. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Catch you later.